Hello, everyone, and welcome to Almost 2025. The Yin Wood Snake officially transitions in on January 29th, 2025. But even before then, we'll start to feel her come in as the Yang Wood dragon leaves. And today in this video, we're going to be talking about how the Yin Wood Snake, what energies she brings, the environmental energy shifting, and how that affects us, and how we can use those energies to our advantage to manifest more and create more peace and positivity in 2025. But first, I'm Jeanette Sizikowski, your aligned COO, and I can help you go from plateau to magnetic momentum. On this channel and in my one-on-ones with clients, I share metaphysical tools, habit rituals, and systematic tools that help ambitious professionals bordering burnout go from that feeling of where am I going? What am I doing? Why does it feel like everything in my life is stale and stagnant? To I just got recruited for my dream job. I'm attracting, uplifting, and aligned friendships every day. I am so clear on my purpose, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and the difference I am making. One of those metaphysical tools that I share that I am an expert at is Feng Shui, but I share Feng Shui like anybody else out there. I share it more as a personal development tool because that's how I've been using it for the last 12 years. If you pair Feng Shui with the hard work that you're already doing, the introspection you're already doing, you will watch your life become more and more serendipitous. You'll watch things fall into place easier, and you'll just start seeing things that you desire manifest left and right. How would your life look different if you were continuously making progress? How do you think you would feel if in your life you were continuously making progress? Isn't it so great when you get that compliment at work, you get that pat on the back and appreciated for the work that you're doing? Or doesn't it feel so good and satisfying when you're solving a problem that nobody else can and people need you? You feel like the expert. Growth and evolution are what our soul seeks. And using feng shui, we see that continuous growth, which makes life so freaking exciting and more fulfilling. I've been studying and practicing feng shui for over 12 years now. I started out with BTB feng shui, and I'm now trained in classical feng shui with the flying star technique. During all of this feng shui passion and self-study, and as I was teaching it to myself, I was the youngest top salesman in corporate. I have a master's in landscape architecture. I have now also started a business. So I can really empathize and understand where so many of you are at, where if you're in a job that you're just like, I want to take this leap and try something new, but I don't feel qualified. I've been there. I want to climb the corporate ladder fast. I've been there. Or if you want to start your own business, I'm doing it. I'm on, I think, year 4 of this being my official title, where this is like my full-time thing. Like I said, I've been using it and practicing with it for 12 years. So I understand all these shifts, and I know what you're going through. It's because of feng shui I've achieved continuous success personally and professionally. And now I'm living my purpose as an aligned COO because I had that energetic support along the way. My passion is helping people fall in love with their life again so that their bliss is infectious. So that when you are blissed out and loving your life and feeling really strong and confident in yourself, you go and make an impact. That is my passion. I have a variety of ways to help you do that with DIY feng shui, done with you feng shui with consultations, and yes, even done for you services. Like you can fly me out, I will feng shui your house, I'll organize your house, and I'll do it all for you. So there's also that. Before I dive into the fast feng shui adjustments for 2025, I want to remind everyone of the limited time offer, this customized wealth map to your house. This is a customized, not just a download the PDF, wealth map to amplify your cash flow throughout 2025. So yes, today we're going to be talking about the fast feng shui adjustments to have a peaceful and positive home. But if you want to amplify cash flow throughout 2025, like save yourself the time and energy of the watching all the blogs or reading all the articles or watching all the other YouTube videos of like, how do I manifest more money and all the hacks? Like this is a customized step-by-step, customized to your house guidance on how to amplify cash flow. So you can save yourself so much time and worry about not having to watch and read all of those other things. How many of you struggle with impulse shopping or scarcity? You're not sure where more clients are going to come from, or you're not sure where more money is going to come from. And you're like, I'm already working super hard. I can't work any harder. I need more money. I'd love for more money to come in. Or maybe you feel like you have to take advantage of every single sale because you're not feeling particularly abundant. And so even if it's breaking the budget, you're spending money because the sale is happening and you're worried that later you won't have it. That's the transformation that these 2025 wealth maps help with. It helps not only, yes, like manifesting more, but also building that confidence and that energetic support so that you don't feel all of that pressure. It's a customized Boggle map to your house with 30 pages of personalized step-by-step guidance on whether or not to boost or cure the energy at your front door and how, the strongest season for making money according to your Bazi, the energy going on in your lucky career and success direction and how to use it, monthly how to activate the energy, aka which items to place and where to put them, and so much more. So with this 2025 customized wealth map, this is what people have said after we have feng shuied with their money. They were saying, "It's like money comes in and goes right back out. I can't seem to hold on to it." Then they were saying after they feng shuied for money using these techniques, "I feel like money's sticking around now. I finally paid off my credit card and set aside a vacation fund." Or, "I want to make progress, but I don't even know where to start." And after applying these feng shui techniques using Flying Star and these customized activations, they say, "Clearing my wealth directions was the reset I needed. I got clarity on my offer and signed a new client within a week." They are first come, first serve. Some are in the works right now. People are already receiving them and being blown away by the information and the clearness of it. It's not confusing, it's not overwhelming, it's very clear. Here's the information, here's how to apply it, because I want you to be taking action, going after your goals, not worrying about if you have internal blocks or if there's blocks in your house. Like, I want you to apply this and go after the goal and keep achieving. So they're very simple. And of course, the feng shui planners. Today, we're going to go over the feng shui adjustments for the year and how to create a peaceful and positive space and year for the year. But each month, there are also ways to use the monthly energy to achieve your specific goals faster. Ask anybody or go back and look at the comments in these past videos. These are basically free coaching and accountability calls. I motivate you. Together, we set a large goal and we break them down month by month. And then in these, I say, here's where helpful people energy is. Here's where health energy is. Here's where romance energy is, if that's your goal. And so, people, this is what I have been doing. This is why I can achieve so much so quickly in such a short span of time. And this has also helped other people achieve their goals. Again, you can go check out the comments in shorter amounts of time as well. You're getting the strategic and the energetic support. All right, so 2025 is the year of the Yin Wood Snake. How did your Yang Wood Dragon go? As a quick look back, I mentioned the Yang Wood Dragon year would be a year of doing. So if you watched this video last year, I prepared you and I said, this is going to be a year of doing, going, growing, kind of some aggressiveness, but what, because it wants something bigger, because there is something bigger to be had. The dragon was dominant and ambitious. Dragons show up at some of the most significant period shifts in history. And last year, we officially transitioned into period 9. Did you feel it? Because I definitely did. I remember putting a poll up as well on Instagram, asking people around in August, like, how do you feel? And everyone was like, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for the year to be over. Like, this is intense. There's a lot going on. I feel like I've already given so much. And we reset and used feng shui to keep them going. But I know people were feeling it and I did as well. And I hope, or I ask first, did you go for it? Did you give it your all? Because it was pretty critical that you did. It was very critical that you did push yourself. I didn't give you this heads up for no reason. It was critical that you pushed yourself to the limit, because now, this year in the Yin Wood Snake, it's all about metamorphosis, wisdom, and intuition. Well, how do you build metamorphosis? How do you build wisdom? How do you build confidence to listen to your intuition? It's through experiences. It's through the doing. It's through the trial and error. So 2024 was all about that trial and error. And so I hope that you failed at some things. I hope that you embarrassed yourself with some things. Write those if you're feeling brave, like, oh yeah, because we should be proud of those. We should feel proud when we try something that's really outside of our comfort zone, because we discover things, or we discover good things, and sometimes we're like, nope, that confirms it. I did not need to try that. And sure enough, I'm bad at it. So I hope that you had all that trial and error, because contrast creates clarity. And this year is about shedding old skins to become more of who you are in your core and who you want to be. And so now that you know you've had a lot of experiences and tried a lot of things, you know what you want to take with you and you know what you want to shed. Some of the qualities of the snake that are worth leaning into. So here are the qualities of the snake: refined, resilient, self-sufficient, introverted, skeptical, doubtful, mysterious. And some of these are worth leaning into. It's a year to go inward and reflect. It's a very intuitive year. But again, you have to build your own intuition. And so it's fine if you're a little skeptical. It's fine if you're a little doubtful, but rather than like the negative side of those, because I think those have some negative connotations, ch make it more to, like, being diligent and being curious. It's okay to be slower, more diligent, think before acting, feeling, "What do I want? How does this make me feel?" before I decide to sign that contract, before I decide to sign to work with that person, before I decide to hire that person. Do the due diligence and be curious. And I feel like I've been saying this the last couple years, but stay out of things that don't help you become better, stay out of things you can't control. This is a year to focus on who you're becoming. Yin wood is like bamboo. Yin wood is the year of the snake that we're having, and bamboo takes about 3 years to cultivate a dynamic root system. I thought it was 8. So when I went to fact check it and saw that it was 3, I don't know why I thought it was so much longer, but great. 3 is shorter than 8. And if dragon was the year to plant, 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 to do, to grow, to try things out, this is the year to water and nurture what worked and shed what didn't. Okay, that's what 2025 is about. And then in 2026, it's fast, not in a growing, powerful way, but in a more like quick bursts way. So it will be yang fire, which is more the sun. It's bright and burning, but the horse is very fast. And so you're really gonna want to know who you are, and you're gonna wanna be clear in your intuition and able to read your gut quickly and know who you want to show up as quickly. I kinda see and feeling and observing the energies of 2026 as like a flashcard game, or like those multiplication quizzes that we took that were timed and you had to be really fast. That's what 2026, observing and seeing at a quick, broad overview like this. Who are you? What do you want? How's it going? Okay, quick, do it. Quick, quick. And so snake is about just being really firmly rooted, building that dynamic root system of who you are so that you're so grounded when the fastness of 2026 comes. Here are the energies of 2025. Each one of these is associated with a different element. Each one of these numbers, which are representative of the chi visiting and the directions they're coming in. So each one of these is associated with a different element, events, personalities, characteristics, and so much more. And that's how we can read and study if we want to boost or suppress or encourage the energy visiting. And you're going to want to place these cures and activators on auspicious days. So I'm looking over here at my notes. The auspicious days to mark down are January 12th, January 16th, and January 21st. Now, really, people are going to be seeing this video all throughout the year. So don't panic if you saw this video on January 22nd and you're like, what the heck? Like now, there's auspicious dates all throughout the year. And the important thing is for you to be placing these things with intention and being intentional as to whether what you want, clear on what you want, and clear on why you're placing these objects. So let's start with the least ideal energy of the year, the 5, right? We hear about the 5 all the time. Known as the 5 yellow star, it is volatile, menacing, aggressive, and represents power. It likes to take charge, and like people energy, it does not like to be controlled, right? We don't like to be controlled. That's kind of how the 5 is. It doesn't like to be controlled. 5 can be used though, but it does take skill. So generic advice, because I don't know you, I don't know what's going on in your house, I don't know your personality. Generic advice is to avoid using the 5, because if you're already feeling down or like burnt out or low on energy, the 5 is not easy to use. And I share this comparison because you might see that it's coming straight to your front door. And in my base chart of my house like faces a 5 and sits on a 5. And if a very traditional feng shui consultant were to look at my house and not know me on paper, they would say this is not a good house. But once you get to know me, you know that I don't slow down. I'm aggressive and a go-getter and a forward and an achiever. And so like if that's the mentality you have and 5's coming to your front door, you're okay. Also, the 2025 wealth map is going to show you how to boost it or cure it to your advantage if it is at your front door. So you can also check that out and we'll smooth things out. But for the general overview, you want metal at your front door. And so what does that mean? That means place 6 metal coins or something round. Round, circular shape is the represents metal, and you can also place wind chimes here with 6 rods. If you have multiple rooms in the northeast, go ahead and place something in each room. You can also, if you don't wanna go buy anything, feel free to tape together 6 coins. It is better, like, the bigger the metal object, the more substantial, that's more metal, so it is more effective, but I have clients who have done just taping the 6 metal coins, like 6 quarters together, and they're good, and that brings a sense of relief that we're looking for. Again, the importance of all feng shui is to give your space attention with intention. So you wanna place any of this metal, whatever you choose, you wanna place it with the intention of being protected and suppressing the energy. The second least ideal is the 2, which is the in the center this year. So this is infamously known as the sickness star, but it can also be indirect wealth, properties, land accumulation, or like assets, larger land assets increasing. As we move later into period 9, which again we just got into last year, as we move more into it, like 2034, the 2 becomes better and better and better. So we're also going to see a lot of themes of like healthcare, medicine over the next 20 years, really like amplifying a lot of research happening, a lot of discoveries happening. So that's good. When it's in the center, it's like I said, the theme. And so you're going to get the positive and the negatives about it. Like last year, it was the 3 that's in the center. And we know that the 3 is kind of menacing and aggressive and argumentative. And so, but it can also be a go getter and a doer. And so we kind of saw each end of those themes as well, right? So before January 29th comes in, be sure to beautify the center of your home so that you're getting more of the positive end of the spectrum from this energy rather than the sickness. If this energy comes in and things are broken and ugly to you, not pleasing to you by your standards, and again, broken and down and dirty, or like there's mold or something, you want all of that to be clear so that the 2 comes in a positive way. You can also place metal here as well. I really like Wooloo's for the sickness star because I have seen people who are struggling with like pregnancies or stomach issues feel reprieve with specifically the Wooloo. And I'm not usually one to like get specific on the ancient recommendation, but I have seen a lot of good things with that. And then next is Northwest. We have the 3, which is, like I just said, conflict, arguments, and legal issues. Energetic attributes of the 3 are active but prone to disputes. On one hand, it can be gossip and misunderstandings or legal problems, but on the other hand, it can be motivation and assertiveness, which, depending on your role in your life, that's a good thing. Motivation is good, assertiveness is good. So we're going to place red envelopes here as the fire element. It doesn't have to be the traditional Chinese envelopes. If you don't have those, it can just be a red envelope because red represents fire. And you're going to want to place a denomination of 9 in those envelopes. So $9, $18, $27, whatever your currency is, you want to put a denomination of 9 in there. And then next, in the West, there is a 4, which is going to be very similar. This is associated with legs, buttocks, creativity, the peach blossom, which is some charm. It brings some charm, and the wood element. So it likes growth, learning, and romance. That's how we would use this yearly energy to our advantage. So go ahead and add in some fire here as well, since it's the wood element, and you're going to burn some of that wood. It directs it, it smooths it out. And again, place the red envelope here as the fire element with that denomination of 9. So $9, $18, $27. Heck, make it 900. You got $900 lying around, place 900. And the South is the 6. It's a metal element associated with authority, scholarly wisdom, career, leadership, and the head. The head is the body part associated with this. It's also the father figure of the family or the head of the house. It's a very masculine energy. So for more peace and positivity in the home, you want to add wood to give that metal something to do. Specifically, place 3 stalks of bamboo in a clear glass or a black vase here. Next is the North, which hosts the 7, which is associated with communication, speaking, acting, and performing. This can also be the negative side of it is it could be a snappy tongue. If it's paired with a 3 in your house, it can be very foot and mouth. It can be arguments as well if it's mixing with other energy that isn't supportive. But the good aspect is clear communication. It's clear speaking. So there's always a two ends, two sides to all of these energies. And here we're going to also place 3 bamboo stalks specifically in a black or clear vase to smooth out those energies. The black and clear vase, in case you're curious, represent water, and then the 3 bamboo is wood, and then the energy is metal. So that's how we're getting that metal energy to focus and smooth out. In the Southwest, we have the 8, which is associated with prosperity, wealth, and financial aspects of your life. I just dropped my pen. Here you can put your gold coins, loose change, or yin bao. This is a great one to activate. That's my attempt at saying it correctly. If you don't like the traditional charms, or the traditional look of the gold ingots, you can place a gold picture frame here, framing a picture of your goal. Anything that represents wealth to you, and the gold ingots might not be the thing that like speaks to you or helps you feel abundant. So what here can you place that helps you feel that way? In the Southeast, it hosts the 1 energy this year. This is a very good star and only getting better as we get into period 9. So I recommend putting a plant here. Now, if you have a money plant, very like BTB usually says money plant in the Southeast, and usually that's contradictory. Like that would not have applied to last year, but this year actually everything aligns. So if you do have a money plant, and don't be fooled, I was fooled. Trader Joe's had a money plant, said money plant, but it didn't have 6 leaves. So I have a money plant that has 5, and the 6, just fun fact, get one with 6, okay? But if you have a money plant or just any kind of plant, you want to put that in the Southeast because of this water visiting. Those and in a black or clear vase, like I said, because those represent water. And then also the act of watering the plant. We want more water in the Southeast, but the wood helps smooth it. Both of those together gives us a very smooth interaction. And the act of watering is amplifying the positives of the 1 energy. You might ask if you can put a water feature in the Southeast, if that seems fitting, but I don't like to generically represent water features unless I'm positive. Like if the month and the year together are great, I'll recommend a water feature, even if I don't know the base energy in your house. But because I don't know what's going on in the base, I'm very hesitant to ever recommend an active water feature because that amplifies everything. So I would stick with watering the plant. The energy here is new beginnings and inspiration. And as you water the plant, you can see your inspiration grow. The intention can be about receiving clarity and having more clarity. 1 is associated with nobility, reputation, intelligence, wisdom, and helpfulness. Then in the East, we have the 9. I don't know what to do without a pen in my hand. I gotta grab another one. 9 is now the best energy. We are in period 9 and we want to promote it. And so we want to add a candle here that's more fire to the fire energy. And I recommend an intention setting candle. So one that you can light daily and very clear on your intentions. Like, so you think of your intentions, you feel how you will feel when your dreams have manifested, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling abundant, and then you light that candle and you shoot that intention out into the ether. More fire boosts the fire 9, and that's associated with inspiration, creativity, good relationships, happy events, good news, graduations, weddings. Like 9s are just all around fun and money and prosperousness and abundance and all the peace and positivity that we're looking for. It's great chi. This is what a home chart looks like. I keep saying that we don't know what the base energy is in your house, and you might be like, what is she talking about? So to give you a reference, this is what a base chart looks like. You're always going to have these 3 base energies based on when your home was built and the direction it's facing. And then these ones in peach are the annual energy for the year. So when I'm creating the customized wealth map to your house, I would say, yeah, here's the money energy. It's in the East, but it's mixing with the 5. And what did I just say? That there's different ways you handle the 5. And so in the customized wealth map to you, I make sure that you're placing and using and recommending the specific cure for your home. You can still use these generically if you're like, I just really don't want a customized wealth map. I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you really don't want one, these videos are still great. People really felt great and reprieve and saw results after applying last year's to this year, or last year. But those 2025 wealth maps get even more specific to your house. And then also you have a lucky career and success direction. And I tell you how to use those energies, how you're going to feel that in your business and in your life. Okay, so go get your free 2025 Feng Shui planner. The link is in the description of this video. video, and you're going to want to snag your customized 2025 wealth map. It's like the money portion of a one-on-one consultation. So it's a great deal, not available all year. It's only available for a few more weeks. So you definitely want to jump on that. It's first come, first serve. So if you want yours before the new year, go ahead and buy it. With these three resources, the Feng Shui Planner for free, the 2025 Wealth Map, you can go now watch your personal energy number forecast. That's a free resource as well. And this video, you are super setting yourself up for a great, great, successful 2025. I can't wait to hear all about it. Like, subscribe, tell me below what your goals are, what you're looking forward to, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.